Hi! This video is going to be my mic test. Alright, so I just wanted to put something weird together, something that doesn't involve mixing or doing much of anything intensive. Mostly to make sure that that brand new microphone actually works and so that my videos won't sound like crap anymore. But today I want to talk about Amaro. I don't know if you've ever gone to your local liquor store, and depending on how it's laid out, it's usually somewhere between the brandy on one side and the already mixed drinks in a bottle on the other side, and then there's this mishmash in the middle that's all sorts of weird, strange flavored bottles of different colors and shapes and sizes, and who knows what the hell is in there. Amaro is, by definition, an Italian liqueur. Usually between 15 and 40% alcohol, and it's kind of a bittersweet, well, sometimes way more bitter and sometimes way more sweet, but an herbal liqueur. It's, if you think of the ye old-timey days when they were making medicine and they would grind a bunch of roots and leaves and crap together and go, here, drink this to get rid of your cough or whatnot, and that's the kind of the idea that's going on there. Probably the ones that people think of the most are Campari and possibly Fernet Branca. Campari, obviously, if you've ever had a Negroni, you've had Campari, and you know how bracingly bitter that liqueur can be. And Campari is only 24% alcohol, so that's 48 proof. That's not very much, but it's just bracingly bitter. But the thing about Amaros is you can say Amaro or herbal liqueur. You know, like all Amaros are herbal liqueurs. Not all herbal liqueurs are Amaros because they have to be from Italy. But in much the same way that facial tissue, everybody just calls facial tissue Kleenex. And most of the time, if somebody's talking to you and they say they want to try an Amaro, they're kind of opening that door to pretty much anything. And a lot of these are made in different countries. Like, I'm a big fan of Peychauds. This one is a Czech Republic liqueur. Some of the ones you might have also heard, this is an old as hell bottle of Galliano, which is bottled in New York. Not originally. Is this French? It's French. I don't know. I got a couple other ones on here. This Iris is definitely French. It's so French, I don't know why I can even read the back of the bottle. But yeah, so we're just going to go through and taste a couple of these today. I'm going to give you a couple little notes. Know what to look for, know what maybe you want to try out. I really like to put these on top of mixed drinks. I mean, obviously I have a lot of bitters. In fact, I've even gone so far as to put the Angostura straight bitter into my little atomizer. This works great, just a little pump, and you got like perfect cover on the top of your drink. But sometimes you want something a little bit different. So you get something like this. So this is, like I said, an old as hell bottle. I think it's from the 70s. I don't know. This is another thing. I mean, this is really quick just because I drink a lot of Scotch and bourbon and everything else. Whatever's in the bottle, it doesn't matter how long it's in the bottle. It's still the age it was when it went into the bottle. Age only happens in barrels. So something like this, yeah, it's older than me. But, I mean, it's arguably a little flat. You know, maybe it doesn't have quite the same punch that it used to. And you saw the syrupy that was on that point. This has got a really high sugar content. But this bottle is still good. It's still drinkable. It will still have the flavor profile that was in there. Like I said, it might have shifted a little bit. We are talking about a product that is made from herbs and whatnot. Some of those organic compounds are going to break down over time. But in this case, this was kept in a box in a basement for 40 years. No sunlight, no UV rays, no nothing. Pretty average heat temperature the entire time. I'm confident that this is still drinkable. And yeah, I've had Galliano more recently. This is a little bit muted for the age, but you're definitely getting that kind of like anise spice, anise, kind of a black licorice-y, but overwhelmingly sweet. Like, I mean, it is syrupy. It's so sugary in this. So that's good. I picked this one up. This is Angostura. if I don't have a bottle of it out right now. You guys have all seen the tiny little bottles of bitters that have the yellow top on them. Those are Angostura bitters. Basically, that's what the same people made this. It is essentially the same thing. This was 35% alcohol, so you could actually get sloshed on this if you drank enough of it. My lovely assistant Gwendolyn will perhaps pass me a bottle. Yes, there we go. So this is the regular stuff. This is the Amaro version. This is meant to be drank. This is meant to be a topper or an ingredient. And actually, so this is a little bit more pungent, but it's got the same, it's like the same ingredients, but this one's dialed up to 11. Oh, but it's so good. Oh God, it's so good. What was it? I do like my tiki drinks. I think it was a Queen's Park Swizzle or one of those where you're supposed to put like a couple ounces of Angostura in it, and it's just, if you're going to be buying this at like 10 or 12 bucks a bottle, it's, you'll drink it once and you're like, okay, that was cool, but I'm never going to do it again. But I can buy this for 20 bucks and now I can make a bunch of them, almost exactly the same. Like I said, and if you want, you can even get the atomizer, spritz a little bit on the top to give it that extra little, bump. But yeah, now you can actually use that Angostura as an ingredient rather than a float or a topper or whatever. Very rich herbal, kind of spicy, a little bit of like fresh cracked pepper. Again, maybe this is because of the Galliano, but I'm getting a little bit of that aniseed. Actually, hang on. Let me clear the palate. Do you want to try any of these? Yeah, she doesn't want to try any of these. A little sharp. Like I said, this is 35% alcohol, so it's actually going to, get up in your nose a little bit like a regular liquor. But yeah, I really like that. I really like that. I mean, I'm a sucker for Angostura bitters anyway, but that's, if you ever have a little bottle of this, just pop some right in the back of your mouth and enjoy that straight up. That's about where you're going to get with the bigger bottle. We've had this one on before. This is the Iris. It's French. This one's also 35% alcohol by volume. Maybe I'm full of crap. This says it's from Eugene, Oregon. Oh, it's the emblem of Florence since the Renaissance, and it does not have a country of origin, but it says that it was bottled in Eugene, Oregon. So, I mean, Oregon is kind of like America's France, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, this one's supposedly made from iris rhizomes. And it does smell a little floral, but also kind of, this is going to sound stupid, but ginger, if it didn't smell like ginger. Like that kind of rich, rooty, subterranean, but kind of vegetal flavor. Oh, yeah, and that's like drinking an Avon lady. That is so perfumey on the tongue. Oh my God, that is like, as a kid, I would imagine this is what it would be like to bite into one of those soaps that's in the shape of a seashell that's on the back of your great aunt's toilet. Yeah, it's not bad, it's just very in your face floral. I'm gonna run out of glasses. Actually, screw it. I'm not gonna do Campari because everybody knows what Campari tastes like. As I said, Birch-Horovka, clean the palate. Birch-Horovka, this one is from the Czech Republic, so I'm biased because I'm Czech, at least a significant amount. This was 38% by volume, so we're getting up there. I mean, most of your packaged bourbons and scotches are 40, so this is just off of that. This would be 76 proof, where those are 80 proof. So again, an herbal. It says liqueur, but it should be a liquor almost. It's very high proof compared to some of these other ones. And this one, when we did the soda pop with the Moxie, we were looking up what was in Moxie originally, and it has was it the gentian root was the bittering agent, and this definitely has. I was looking this up online, and people are trying to. The thing about an herbal liqueur is if you're bored enough, you can make one yourself. You're basically making an alcohol tincture out of stuff, even if it's just like making tea. I've made like a tincture of Earl Grey tea, and then I've had an Earl Grey liqueur that I could pour on stuff or use as an ingredient. Same idea here. People trying to recreate this or figure out what's in it, and pretty much everybody says there's gentian root in it, and I agree with them. That's the bittering agent in this. And these have all been pretty sweet so far. There hasn't really been like a real like back of your throat bitter kick yet. So that's getting a little bit more bitter. It's a little bit more. That gentian root is definitely coming through, and it's like have you ever? Okay, this just sounds stupid. Have you ever licked a freshly broken cinnamon stick, and it has that kind of acerbic, almost like tangy bitter in the back of your throat, on top of the cinnamon flavor? But that's definitely very like chemical reaction going back in your tongue, and just that bitterness. Like if you've ever had fresh walnuts, the green ones, and bit into one, and that bitterness that's in there, that's actually a source of one of the liqueurs, is Nocino. They make a walnut liqueur called Nocino, and that's what the bittering agent is those walnuts. Again, this is good. It has earthy. Yeah, earthy. Yeah, it's good. It's not so bitter that it's going to be off-putting. There's definitely sugar there. You can taste that there's sugar there. Your brain is like, yes, please keep drinking this. The gentian is bitter, but there's also some other stuff there, like maybe a little bit of mint. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of mint in there as well. But as you can tell, I don't have very much left of this. We've gone through this whole bottle relatively quickly compared to some of the other stuff that we've had. This is going to stay on my shelf forever. I'm going to keep buying this one because I use it in so many different things. Like I said, I'll use it as a float on top of a tiki drink if I don't have herb saint, which herb saint is a bitter that has like absinthe and some wormwood and whatever in it. If I don't have that, I'll use this, and I've had good results with that. Let's get weird. This is Maraska. Pelinkovac bitter liqueur. It's kosher. Hey, cool. This is a product of Croatia, and I picked this one up. We had a new big gigantic warehouse liquor store open up here in town, and I decided to go in for shits and giggles and see what they had. This is Western Food and Beverage in Boise, Idaho. 56 proof. Like I said, it's 28% alcohol. An herbal liqueur from aromatic herbal extracts from a centuries-old recipe. Pelinkovac is enjoyed after meals and served straight without any mixes. A very popular herbal liqueur with all Eastern Europeans. And, well, I've got enough Eastern European in my background that I'm probably like genetically predisposed to like this. You notice the color's been different on some of this. Like the Galliano is bright freaking yellow. I think there's saffron in it, if I remember correctly. Bercherovka was mostly clear. I mean, you can see the kind of the color this one is in the bottle. The Angostura was a lot darker. This is a lot darker than the Angostura even, I think. Kind of a rich ruby brown. I don't even know what the hell's going on in there. That's like mint and like prunes. Yeah, definitely like rich, dried stone fruit, earthy fruit, cherry pits maybe. But definitely mint. There's like mint over the top of that. And it, I don't even know how to, it's like, it smells a little bit like medicine, if that makes sense, but not in a bad way. Like, it's not Robitussin. Whoa! That is way more bitter on the taste than in the nose. That's pushing up on Campari bitter. I kind of like it. I don't know what I want to do with that, though. I want to do something with it. I immediately want to put this in something. What am I going to do with this? I think I'll make a Negroni using this instead of Campari. I bet that would be interesting. Because it's got, like... I mean, I'll get to it. If you've ever... I mean, we did Peychauds. It's basically like Campari Light, whatever. If you had Fernie Branca and Campari as the two ends of this spectrum, this is like their bastard child. Like, this is super minty. Like, so minty, you're like, oh my god, I don't even understand that this is mint anymore. And this sucker is so bitter that it just kicks you in the back of the teeth. And this is like this weird middle ground where it's like, well, what if I made Campari out of mint? And it's very odd. But I want to do something with it. Yeah. Oh, and I'm still like physically recoiling from it. It's so bitter. That's great. Oh, that is so weird. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll figure that one out later. This is a new one. And I'll be honest, I'm in Nebraska. If I can find this stuff, I guarantee if you're anywhere that's more populated, you probably can get any of this anywhere you go. We don't have a very good liquor selection in this state. We're getting better, but so yeah, let's do the Fernie. This one's been going around lately. What is this? Like the official beverage of Argentina or something like that? Or is it Brazil? I can't. No, they have a facility in Argentina that's making it, I think. Doesn't say where this one's bottled. Anyway, it's Crazy Town. Super minty. Like, go harvest fresh, like, peppermint. Cut all the leaves off of it and just chew on the stalks. That's what this is. And it's very herbal, very grassy. Oh, but very, very minty. Be very careful if you're going to use this in a drink. It will overpower anything very quickly, kind of like the Campari does. It's got bitterness, but it doesn't have this bitter or Campari bitter. It's there, but the bitterness is like a derivative of the vegetal herbalness that's going on in there. So we're up to like, what, 15 minutes now? 18 minutes? All right, whatever. This is going to be a 20-minute video. All right, nobody's going to watch all this. So, I'm going to cut it short at that point. Cut it short. We're 20 minutes in. So that's just a couple ideas there. Like I said, you know, Amaro is Italian. Herbal liqueur can be anywhere. Most of the ones that people know about are from Central and Eastern Europe, which is where a lot of these come in. Go look up, is it Greg on How to Drink? He did a great thing on Fernie Branca. He did the Fernet and Coke, which is like the international, or the national drink of Argentina, I think. I want to say Argentina. It might be Brazil. It's probably Argentina. Brazil's drink, like agricole or something. He didn't like it. I tried it. I thought it was dope. I thought it was absolutely great. And I don't know that I would go half and half Coke and Fernie, because that just seems insane to me. But putting a little bit of this into a Coke, I've mixed mint with Coke on purpose previously, so it was just like taking that to the next level. I actually thought it was kind of refreshing. Yeah, but I still want to do something with this. I want to figure out what to do with that. That's funky. So anyway, there you go. Amaros. Now you know maybe more than you did 20 minutes ago. Thanks for watching, and if anybody ever sees this in the light of day, I'll be surprised.